Check it out. Check it out, YouTube. Oh, shit. There we go. Alright. Now we're cooking. YouTube, I'm going to show you how to make the dankest chicken ramen noodles you've ever seen. So we're going to start off with 2 packets of chicken ramen noodles. Two chicken ramen noodles. Then we're gonna add the seasoning to it. So check this out. 2 packets. Two packets. You have like the chicken ramen noodles. 2 packets, 2 things of seasoning. 1 second. There you got some of this red hot buffalo ranch seasoning. Let's throw some of that in there. A little bit of that. Fucking delicious action. And to that, we're gonna add 1 second, YouTube. We got some of this Country Crock Original. Country Crock Original butter spread. Country Crock makes everything more delicious. Just gonna throw a couple of dabs in there just like that. That's how it rolls. Look at that. Beautiful. But we're not done with this food hack. No, YouTube, we're gonna fucking food hack the fuck out of these goddamn ramen noodles. We're making some buffalo chicken ramen noodles. And it's gonna be delicious. It is. To these ramen noodles, we're gonna add Saddle Bronc. This Black Tooth Saddle Bronc brown ale. Like one whole can of that goodness. So we've added the buffalo, what is this? Red Hot Buffalo Ranch seasoning, the 2 chicken seasonings, and then of course the butter and everything. I'm gonna add just a little bit of water to our mixture. We added both packets of seasoning, a little bit of that Buffalo Ranch seasoning, a little bit of that Country Crock spread. And those seasoning packets came from the ramen noodles, and of course those are chicken flavored. So I'm gonna have to like food hack this for your sick entertainments. We'll give it 8 minutes. Okay, we're gonna give it 8 minutes to like, you know what I'm saying, do its thing and like, I appreciate everyone tuning in to watch my YouTube videos, because I don't want any drama with anyone or anything, you know. So while that's cooking up, I want to crack open a beer. Got a Voodoo Ranger Imperial IPA. But that's all right. One of my fans sent me a bottle opener from Maine. Check that out. So I'm going to show you how to make some really delicious buffalo chicken ramen noodles. And you don't want to drink them or eat them, that's your choice. That is your choice. So I want to let those noodles get al dente. And I look bald in this video. I don't care. I don't care. Like Cobra, you're gonna make some buffalo chicken ramen noodle food hack. Yeah, I am. and adding the everything that I added to it. It's barely above the noodles, but not overflowing. So in like the next 8 minutes or so, okay, like maybe 5 minutes, it's gonna come out of the microwave and it's gonna be fucking steaming hot. But I'm not gonna add the other ingredients to our ramen noodles until it's ready to go, YouTube. I was telling y'all about these ramen noodle food hack, and you're like, I don't believe it. Cobra's just a fucking stupid, retarded drunk. And it's like, well, that's your opinion. If you think Cobra's just a stupid, retarded drunk who doesn't do nothing, then that's your opinion, because we're about to make some bomb-ass ramen noodles. Once you've added the water and everything like that, with a microwave it. Now that beer and that butter and that water is going to microwave into the it's gonna microwave into those ramen noodles. Oh, 1 second. There we go. It's gonna microwave, and we're gonna make a delicious food hack. Despite the trolls calling the cops on me twice in one day, I'm like, I'm doing just fine. I'm not trying to hurt anyone or hurt myself. I'm just trying to live my life and do my thing. You know, I don't need people fucking riding my ass about everything. But that's what it feels like anymore. It feels like people are just out to ride my ass. And you know what? I just sit here and take it because, you know, I respect my family and I respect my friends. And if people want to accuse me of being a piece of shit, let them accuse. Let them accuse YouTube, because I don't care. I do not care. Now that we've added the seasoning packets, the ranch buffalo seasoning and everything, we'll let those noodles get all nice and al dente. And then we're going to add some other ingredients to it to make it into the ultimate buffalo chicken ramen noodles. This was a food hack I was planning for the last couple of days. And I feel like, you know what, I'm just going to do it and fuck what anybody has to say about it. And while we're waiting for our ramen noodles to cook up, we have a Voodoo Ranger Imperial IPA, not a sponsor. That's tasty. So yeah, we're gonna add some other ingredients to it. Ramen noodles are pretty easy to make, but we can food hack it to make it even better. I'm basically recreating the recipe that I made the other day. All that butter and that beer is gonna melt together and, you know, create some really delicious ramen noodles. We got 18 seconds left. I got my fork. See, after stirring it around, we could give it 4 more minutes. There we go. Give it 4 more minutes and we're going to cook those noodles, you know what I'm saying, we want them to be nice and soft. We're only going to leave about that much of the broth in there. So it is what it is. Right now, King Cobra JFS, I'm just chilling out, having a beer, fucking making some ramen noodles. People are like, oh hey, your fucking food hacks suck and you should quit doing them. And I'm like, no one's forcing you to watch. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? And while we're waiting for that to finish, I got 3 flavors of G Fuel. 1, 2, and 3. So thank you to the fans who sent me the G Fuel flavors. I appreciate it. Be sure to do a review on those when I can. They sent me murder sour, hack and slash, and gummy worms. Those are the 3 flavors they sent me, and I have my glow in the dark G Fuel container, just like that. So I appreciate all of the support. Sorry about that, my fans. Send me Kratom and G Fuel, and I'm using that as the prop on my camera. I like looking at all this Kratom on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate all the love that my fans show me. I really appreciate that. So we're gonna use those as a prop to prop up what we're doing here. No, this recipe is pretty easy to make once you get the noodles al dente. Right now we're making some buffalo chicken ramen noodles. And yeah, with some beer and some butter and some bacon and all kinds of goodies. It's the holidays, of course, and I don't want any of you to feel left out. I told YouTube, I says, I'm gonna show you how I made these ramen noodles. Okay, these are hot. I'm gonna have to, YouTube, we're gonna have to put the glove on and let these cool off for a minute. Pull it out of the microwave for a second. Okay, so YouTube, these are halfway done. Okay, the smell of that brown ale beer with everything else, the seasoning. Oh my god, dude, if you could smell the ramen noodles right now. So we're gonna let these ferment. We're gonna let them ferment for a second before we drain them. Because we're only gonna leave like that much broth in the bottom before we add everything else. I'm recreating the buffalo chicken ramen noodles that I made the other day. That turned out so delicious. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna make these for a food hack. So that brown Bronc beer into the ramen noodles with the butter and all the seasonings that I used, the ranch, buffalo hot, and the 2 chicken seasoning packets that came with it. Honestly, it smells absolutely delicious just the way it is. But we're not gonna let it go to waste. No, sir. We'll let those chicken ramen noodles soak in that beer and butter goodness for a second before we add our other ingredients. Then we're gonna microwave it again, you know. So like y'all are watching this video going, Cobra, another food hack? And I'm like, yes sir, check this out. These ramen noodles are fully cooked. Instead of doing it like the 4-second microwave bursts, or excuse me, the 4-minute. I do like 4 minutes, you know, 4 minutes and then let it like cook, whatever. In my experience, oh, look how stringy those are, delicious. Okay, so we're gonna let those, I cooked it for 8 minutes and those noodles are fully cooked. You got like 2 packets of ramen noodles, so this will make a big ass fucking batch. Okay, just the smell coming off of this. You got the chicken ramen noodles with the chicken seasoning, and then like the buffalo ranch seasoning, and the butter and the beer. Okay, smelling the ramen noodles right now. This is smelling exactly the way it smelt when I first made it. I'm telling you right now, it was like Ozzy Osbourne's birthday, and then I get done celebrating it, and the day after Ozzy Osbourne's birthday, I'm like, well, I'm kind of hungry. I got the munchies. I've been drinking and smoking pot and that kind of thing, and then like, I kind of want some munchies. I want something tasty and something that'll fill me up and, you know, taste good. And with that, I created this. I literally microwaved the noodles for 8 minutes with the beer and butter and the seasoning that I used. And then I let it cool off to a point. And then at some point we're going to drain the ramen noodles until there's like that much left of the broth. And by broth, of course, I mean this beer and butter and like water and seasoning that I used. It'll be used primarily for flavoring. And these ramen noodles aren't going to get you drunk by any means. I added the beer strictly for flavor. Yes, sir. That bowl is hot as a motherfucker, dude. But I told my YouTube fans, I says, I'm gonna fucking make the ramen noodle food hack that I made the other day because it was that fucking good, you know what I'm saying? You know, like you can let the noodles soak in the beer and the butter for flavor. But we're gonna MacGyver this fork. I got the glove. No. Okay. We're gonna drain most of that broth out and leave just a little bit of that beer flavored broth for the ramen noodles in there, just like that. Beautiful. Okay, those noodles are fully cooked. They're soft. They're al dente. Beautiful. Alright, YouTube, so we left like about that much of that beer butter broth in our noodles. You know, our noodles have had a chance to soak. And right now they're steaming hot with deliciousness. So what we're gonna do before we re-microwave them is we're gonna, okay, right now you have a basic bowl of like chicken ramen noodles. And like ramen noodles are delicious, they're cheap, they're budget friendly. But I like when people see you eat it, or like if you're serving it at a party, you know, you want something that has a kick to it. Okay, here we have a crystal bowl full of our ramen noodles. They're microwaved, they're al dente, they're ready to go. But we're gonna add a couple of things to these ramen noodles. Oh, these smell so delicious. Okay, we're gonna add a couple of things to this ramen noodles to make it pop. So stick around. We're gonna add all kinds of goodies. And you may think to yourself, I'm sick and tired of watching Cobra's cooking food hacks. They're disgusting. This dude thinks he can cook, and it just, Okay, well, that's your opinion, I guess. So, to this to this chicken ramen noodles, we have these boneless buffalo chicken bites. Now for the meats, we're gonna add our this buffalo chicken I got is boneless, and I got it from the store. And it's really fucking delicious, to be honest. So we just sit there and throw a couple of big chunks in there, you know. It don't gotta be like super fancy. It really doesn't have to be super fancy, YouTube. In fact, we're just gonna throw all of the buffalo chicken in there that I got. I got this boneless buffalo chicken from the grocery store. Dump it in there. Okay, that's all emptied. I got this. 1 second. Oh shit. I got this boneless buffalo chicken that's really fucking good from the grocery store. These little boneless buffalo chicken pieces. It's like buffalo flavored. You know what I'm saying? It's super delicious. So we're gonna take and we're gonna mix those buffalo chicken pieces into the ramen that we're making with the beer and the butter. Okay, are you paying attention? Because I'm showing you how to make like the tastiest fucking ramen noodles you've ever tasted. Okay, so you know what we're gonna add to our buffalo chicken ramen noodles? We got these real bacon bits. You see that? We're gonna add this entire fucking bottle to our ramen noodles because that's how a King Cobra rolls. Go dank or go home, that's what I'm saying. Give me a second. I'm gonna get these open, and we're gonna dump the entire fucking container of bacon bits into our ramen noodles. So give me a second. Didn't have to give me a second, man. You're just like, yeah, fucking. No, I made these ramen noodles after Ozzy Osbourne's birthday. I had spent the night, literally spent all of Ozzy Osbourne's birthday getting drunk and stoned. And I says to myself, I want something delicious and filling. So when I got the munchies, I made this. And these ramen noodles were so fucking tasty. I'm like, I'm gonna have to remake them for a YouTube video. Okay, so the keeping it fresh packet is safe in there. We don't want that. So that's pretty much the entire thing of bacon bits thrown in there. Okay, so pardon me, folks. I'm a little bit tipsy right now, but that's neither here nor there. So we got the buffalo chicken and the bacon bits. We're gonna stir that around into our pasta. Because right now we got some, like, you know, like some chicken ramen noodles. And like ramen noodles are so cheap to make. And they're so tasty. Like, if you don't mind cheap ass food, you know what I'm saying? I'll go ahead and stir those bacon bits and the buffalo chicken bites. And the buffalo chicken that I put in here is, of course, boneless. This is the exact recipe that I created after Ozzy Osbourne's birthday, and I had, like, the party munchies, you know. And then, like, I'm gonna recreate the party munchies that I created for that. And it isn't gonna be pretty, you know, just kind of stir it around a little bit. There we go. Beautiful. So now we're gonna add 3 more ingredients. We're gonna microwave it and then add 1 more ingredient, stir it around, and call it a day. So stick around. We have some La Crème. This is a sharp cheddar cheese. Okay, ramen noodles with cheese is fucking delicious. Like, if you live in a college dorm, or like you're a bachelor or a poor ass motherfucker and you want delicious food on a budget, I mean, this is the way to do it, folks. So we're gonna add, oh shit, that's a lot of cheese. And like 2 big ass honking heaps of cheese, just like that. I think that's enough cheese. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's fucking definitely enough sharp cheddar cheese. I didn't add that much cheese last time I made it, but like, you know, hey. So now we're gonna take, and like the disgusting assholes that we are, I want you to take this this sharp cheddar cheese. Oh shit, see, now I'm making a mess. It's spilling all over the place. I'm trying to stir it around, and it's spitting cheese all over the place, and that's all right. So I added more cheese to the recipe than the last time I made it, but I digress. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? This is how you make some fire-ass buffalo chicken ramen noodles. Maybe you get like a little technical with it and you stir that cheese around in with your noodles. Like this buffalo chicken that I had that I put in here is boneless buffalo chicken that I got at the grocery store. And it's like leftover boneless buffalo chicken, you know. So like, hey man, you get like a little snack from the store and then you add stuff to it. Make it delicious. Like a lot of us just stirring it around town. There we go. Delicious. Okay, so we're gonna add a couple more things to this ramen noodles YouTube, because Cobra is showing you how to make the most delicious chicken ramen noodles you've ever tasted. Okay, so now we got the cheese stirred around. We're gonna take our Ruffles cheddar sour cream Ruffles. These are cheddar and sour cream Ruffle chips, or the English know them as crisps. They're basically potato chips. And honestly, I love these chips, like Ruffles, cheddar, sour cream. Okay, these are fucking delightful. I'm gonna grab a handful of these. That's a fucking handful. Crush it up with our Cobra Cult strength. And I want you to take these cheddar sour cream Ruffles that are flaming hot and, like, you know, crush them up into powder. And then, like, sprinkle it on top of your ramen noodles just like that, for a little bit of crunch. At this point, YouTube, you're probably thinking to yourself, yeah, Cobra knows how to make food hacks, because that's looking snackalicious. Now we're gonna take our chips and our ramen noodles and give it a light stir and kind of like push those chips, those crushed up chips, beneath the surface. Oh yeah, just like that. Just give it a light mix, so like all the chips and the cheese mix together. Just like that, all of it's mixed together, beautiful. And you're thinking to yourself, that's looking pretty good. It smells really good, like all the cheese and the chips and all that sort of thing. Well, we got just about 2 more ingredients to add to it, of course, before we call it good. You got this boneless buffalo chicken that I got from the grocery store. And I got it because I wanted to try how it tasted. And of course, for this ramen noodle food hack. Kind of wash my hands there for a second. Let me dry them off. And now that we got the bacon bits and all this cheese in there, oh my god. Dude, these ramen noodles are smelling fantastic. With that beer and that butter, like everything, you know, this is... Last time I made these ramen noodles, I didn't add so much chips and cheese to it, so... You know, like, second time's the charm. So now we got some of this hot sauce that we're gonna add to it. This is Frank's Red Hot Wings Buffalo Sauce. If you like buffalo wings, you know what I'm saying? This is like my favorite hot sauce, not a sponsor. It's really good hot sauce. And there's already buffalo chicken in there, so... kind of throw that in there. Oops. I could have thrown a couple capfuls in there, but I'm like, let's just pour it in there and mix it around town. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? Look, oh yeah, look at that, look at that. Oh. Fuck yeah. Okay, so we got one more ingredient to add. We're gonna take our fork, our trusty fork, and we're gonna mix it around. And kind of mix it around a little bit. It doesn't gotta be perfect. It really doesn't. But we're gonna take the fork and like, oh shit. Okay, yeah. Stir it in there. I got like well over 80,000 plus subscribers, and people are going, Cobra, when's your next food hack? You know, they're sitting there going, hey Cobra, you call yourself a food artist? And I'm like, well, I don't claim to be the world's most professional chef, but... you know, I can make some pretty dank-ass food. And, you know, you don't gotta, like, stir it around too much at this point. You just kind of mix it around till I get it incorporated. There we go. Just like that. Now we got this gigantic bowl of calories and sauce and cheese. Delicious. Now we're gonna microwave it for a good 4 minutes, like 4 to 8 minutes. Then we're gonna add a splash of the perfect ranch, stir it around, and Bob's your uncle. We have some delicious buffalo chicken ramen noodles, and people are like, I want another food hack, and I'm like, I'm working on it. I ordered some of this boneless buffalo chicken from Albertson's Deli, and I'm like, oh, this stuff is good. We should like make it into, you know what I'm saying, some like bomb-ass munchies. Oh shit, look, see, it's all stirred around, ready to go. Last time I did it for like 4 minutes just to melt the cheese. But you know what? We're gonna go a little bit longer, and we're gonna microwave this bowl of sloppy mess for like 8 minutes. 8 minutes on a high-powered microwave. And that'll give the cheese, all that cheese that we put into our ramen noodles, plenty of time to melt. We might have to like let it cool off before we try it on the second video, or like the first video, but you know, it is what it is. And YouTube, if you like the food hacks, subscribe for more. So we're gonna stick this bowl of goodies into the microwave. And last time I made it, I only did it for 4 minutes. But I'm like, you know what? We're gonna hit that microwave button for 8 minutes. And we're gonna put the sauce up. Frank's Red Hot Buffalo Sauce is not a sponsor, but I tell you what, it's one of my new favorite sauces. Super delicious. And it's like, Cobra, why the fuck would you microwave them ramen noodles for 8 minutes instead of the 4 like you did last time? And that's just to make sure that the cheese that I put in there is fully melted, and like the leftover chicken bites that I get that are boneless, those boneless chickens are like reheated, you know. So like I could like pick out on this dish for like 2 to 3 days easy, because I don't eat that much. But when I make a delicious food hack, I gotta share it with the YouTube. People are like, I've been hearing Cobra talk about his buffalo chicken ramen noodles, and I'm over here like, what's the big deal? Now after these noodles get out of the microwave, we're gonna hit it with a little bit of our bacon ranch from Hidden Valley to like balance out the spicy with like a little bit of creamy, so it's not just fuck you in the face spicy, but like it's got a little bit of creaminess to like balance out the heat, so it doesn't just burn your face off. Because there are some people who just can't handle spicy, and they're like, oh well, I like spicy food, but not when it's like, you know what I'm saying? When it's stupid spicy, and your taste buds are like, ow. It's no fun. It's no fun, YouTube. So, yeah, this is basically Cobra showing you how to make some delicious ramen noodles, like buffalo chicken ramen noodles. I'm taking some like buffalo boneless chicken that I got from Albertsons a couple days ago, and I had a couple pieces left. And when I first made this, I was like, fuck, this is really good. I should recreate this for a YouTube video. So that's what you're seeing right now. I'm basically recreating the recipe for a YouTube video. In the final process, I'm giving it 4 extra minutes, so that cheese that I put in there, the extra cheese that I put in there, is nice and melted. I used a sharp cheddar rustic cut from Le Creuset, and we'll see, you know what I'm saying, like some of my fucking food recipes, you look at it and you go, Cobra, that looks disgusting, and then you look at this recipe and you go, you know what, Cobra, that looks decent. And then maybe you'll still say it looks disgusting. I don't give a damn. But I wanted to share this recipe with my fans, because when I made this ramen noodles after Ozzy Osbourne's birthday, you know what I'm saying? Like, I woke up the next day drunk and stoned, got more drunk and more stoned off some good weed. And I was like, man, and then when I got done smoking and drinking, I was like, dude, I got the munchies, man. So I made these ramen noodles, and when I got to the point of adding the beer to it with the butter, I'm like, they smell good. I'm like, okay, you know what? That smells decent. And I kind of just went with my gut, you know, like, what do I like? I like buffalo chicken, you know what I'm saying? And I went with it, you know what I'm saying, YouTube, and fucking A. And I did it in like, last time I did it in like 4-minute bursts, mixing all the ingredients together. But I'm like, that's stupid. if you're gonna make it the way you're gonna make it, do it the way I'm doing right now and save yourself the time. And like based off of research and like all kinds of good things, you know, it's winter time, and when you eat spicy food when it's cold outside, it keeps your sinuses warm and it prevents you from getting a cold. So if you want to fight cold and flu season, eat some spicy food and you'll definitely do that. Last time I made this, I did it with like only 4 minutes on the microwave and then with the cheese. But I'm like, you know what? Microwaving it for an extra 4 minutes ain't gonna hurt. Gotta reheat the chicken anyways. And that boneless buffalo chicken is gonna add a nice meaty chunk to your ramen. Like now I'm just sitting here waiting for it to get done microwaving, and we're gonna add one more ingredient to it before we tuck into it and eat like a bunch of fucking stoner fat asses. Which, hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? Cobra's showing you how to make bomb-ass food on a budget. Like you're drunk and you want to make food that's cheap and delicious and filling. Okay, this right here, a bowl of this bowl right here will fill you up, dude, straight up. Got 56 seconds left before it's done microwaving. And we're not gonna have to microwave it anymore after this. The only reason I'm microwaving it right now is to melt all that cheese that I put in there. And I put a little bit of extra cheese from last time when I made this recipe, but that's alright. That's just alright. I wanted to show YouTube how the fuck I made some buffalo chicken ramen noodles. And people are going, you call that food? If people want to critique the way I cook, then that's just fine. But I'm like, you know what? This is a really easy to make dish. 1 second. 2 seconds. Ooh, look out. Look out, YouTube. I'm going to have to grab my, my oven mitt. And then the little thing that goes next to it, there we go, just so I don't burn my hands. Because this is fresh out of the microwave. Oh, look out. Oh my God, look out. Look the fuck out. Oh my God. We're gonna have a smell of it before we add the final ingredients. Oh yeah, that smells just like the last time I made it. Now, when I made excuse me, when I made these buffalo chicken ramen noodles, I'm like, God damn, all that cheese and all them chips, you know, crisps, if that's what the English call it. You're thinking to yourself, okay, this just looks like calories in a bowl. And you would be right. Now, what's this final ingredient you would add to complete this delicious food hack? Well, I'm glad you asked, because YouTube, we doing it. We are fucking doing it. Introducing Hidden Valley Bacon Ranch. The best goddamn ranch you ever tasted. You like bacon and you like ranch? Well, Hidden Valley Bacon Ranch is simply, in my opinion, the best goddamn ranch ever invented. Now, when you're adding that ranch buffalo seasoning at the beginning of this recipe, you're basically complementing that seasoning with a nice hearty squirt of the best goddamn ranch you ever fucking tasted. So let's, excuse me, YouTube. Oh my fucking God, yes. This sounds like some shit's going down, just like... That's a lot of fucking... that's the perfect amount, to be honest. Just a little bit to, like, add some creaminess to it. Oh, YouTube, look at that. Look at that sexiness. Oh my God. So now to complete our recipe, we're gonna take our goddamn fork and we're gonna stir that bacon ranch into our ramen noodles like the son of a bitches that we are. Like, and you have Cobra's buffalo chicken ramen noodles. That's basically how I created this recipe. I mean, it wasn't that hard. A lot of it was just microwaving and stirring it around. But I'm like, if I got this giant-ass bowl, this giant-ass beautiful crystal bowl, I'm like, dude, we gotta fucking, like, you know what I'm saying? We gotta, like, make some, like, room in our stomachs and, like, make some room in our hearts. Okay, so we're gonna stir all that ranch into there. Some of them boneless chicken bites are gonna be in there, and that's just alright. That'll give us some meat for our ramen. Kind of stir that around. It don't gotta be pretty when you stir it around, YouTube, because if you're more worried about how pretty it looks when you eat it, then you're eating it for the wrong reasons. You're eating it because, goddamn, that looks good and smells amazing. That's what I'm saying, YouTube. Stir that around town for a bit. And there you have it, YouTube. That's how you make the buffalo chicken ramen noodles. Is it perfect? No. You can see the ranch right there. That's at like the semi-level, but I digress. YouTube, what you have right here is, in my opinion, the tastiest goddamn ramen noodles you ever tasted. I mean, this is pretty much, other than the fact that I added more cheese and microwaved it for a little bit longer at certain parts, pretty much the same recipe that I created beforehand. And I'm like, these buffalo chicken ramen noodles are so good, I might have to recreate it for a YouTube video. And I'm like, okay, so it took like an hour to make this video, but I digress. I did an hour-long fucking, and all the trolls are like trying as hard as they can to fuck with me and ruin my fucking weekend. And I'm over here like, man, I'm just trying to live my goddamn life. Let's set, ooh, set that aside for a second so you can see my ugly autistic face. There we go. One, that's how you make the buffalo chicken ramen noodles that I was bragging about on my YouTube channel, step by step. And like microwaving it a little bit longer to make that cheese extra gooey in between the noodles, ain't nothing wrong with that. And two, fucking goddamn it, dude. Like, a lot of people love watching my videos and they love the food hacks, and I was sitting there bragging about this food hack on my channel, like, oh, I'm gonna make this, this, and this, you know? And the people are like, sure you are, Cobra. Sure you are. But I ordered some boneless buffalo chicken from Albertsons. So, like, the chicken I put in here came from the deli kind of thing. And I says to myself, if you're gonna fucking make chicken ramen noodles, you might as well add actual chicken to it. And this right here, YouTube, is just a warm bowl of calories and deliciousness. Like, this would be great to share with like 2 people, or if you feel like just going ham, eating it by yourself, you know. And with like the winter time, this is great for keeping your sinuses cleared out. It's not like so spicy you can't handle it. Maybe, and that's just speaking for me personally. I don't know your tolerance to spicy, but buffalo wing sauce from Frank's Red Hot, like I said, it's one of my favorite hot sauces. And I turned it into a delicious food hack for your sick entertainment. It's like, oh, okay, Cobra's drunk ass, what the fuck's he doing? And I'll let it cool off a bit before I tuck into it. Because that is hot. That is fresh out of the microwave, hot. And we're just going to let that, you know, cool off a bit before we tuck into it. And with all the bacon bits and everything, it's going to be a delicious. I've already tried this ramen noodle food hack. Like I said, this was the ramen noodle food hack I made the day after Ozzy Osbourne's birthday. When you wake up and you're still drunk and stoned because you drank that much the night before, that's something to be proud of, but I digress. It's Ozzy Osbourne's birthday, so it's like, you wake up the next day still drunk and stoned. I call that a successful celebration. Regardless of what you want to call it. I did get the munchies over the course of that day, and I used, like I said, all the ingredients that I made to make this ramen noodle. I made it happen. And I did things a little bit differently in this video, in that instead of microwaving it in like a 4-minute burst, blah, 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 you know, I just, like I said, I microwaved it in 8 minutes because I knew that was going to get the noodles fully cooked. And then I didn't waste any time adding the ingredients. And be like, here you go, Cobra fam. And that's how I make my buffalo chicken ramen noodles. I mean, I might have done things a little bit differently than the last time I made it, but it didn't hurt anything, to be honest. I'm not very hungry at the moment, but I wanted to show you how I made this delicious food hack. Like between two people, you got this big, delicious crystal bowl full of chicken ramen noodles. You know, it's comfort food. If you wanted to do this with like one packet of chicken ramen noodles, I guess just use less ingredients. But the combination of everything that I've used to this point is going to make the perfect buffalo chicken ramen noodles. Because I guarantee you when you take a bite of this, it's going to taste like a buffalo chicken wing dipped in like some kind of ranch. And like the bacon gives it a little bit of smokiness. I'm going to be eating on this for like the next couple of days, along with the Taco Bell that my fans graciously sent me, of course. But this is the food hack that I was raving about on my YouTube channel. People are like, buffalo chicken ramen noodles. Cobra, you fucking asshole. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's not the most professional of recipes, but it's a recipe I came up with while drunk and stoned a day after Ozzy Osbourne's birthday. So I'm like, you know what? And then when I came up with it, I was like, this is pretty fucking tasty, YouTube. I'm going to have a bite of it, let it cool off before I have a bite of it, because it's still piping hot out of the microwave. But, this is honestly how I would make ramen noodles that were chicken flavored. The beer is optional, but when you add the brown ale with the butter and the seasoning that I added, just that by itself smelled amazing. And that's what I experienced last time I made these. And I'm like, okay, you know what? And then when I got done making the recipe, I was like, okay, yeah, we gotta reshare this food hack for YouTube. Last time I made this food hack, I'm like, okay, this shit's good. We gotta remake this for a YouTube video, you know, with all the bacon bits and the chicken and, you know. That's a big old bowl of ramen noodles, man. And that's how you do it, dude. If I spend the next couple of days eating on that shit, I'm not complaining. Because your boy Cobra makes some pretty bomb-ass food hacks. And the thing about this food hack is it's pretty fucking cheap. And adding the beer to it is optional, but I would highly recommend, if you're going to recreate this recipe, recreate it to the best of your abilities with every ingredient that I used, because this, YouTube, is a bowl of dankness. And when you microwave it like I did, all the alcohol is cooked out of the beer, so it's strictly in there for flavor. But I digress. It's super late in the evening. It's the weekend. I said I was going to do a food hack, and I'm doing it. So, we'll let that cool off for a bit. And then, while it's cooling off, we're going to squizzle this Imperial Voodoo Ranger IPA. You're going to add beer to the recipe. You might as well have a beer to drink while you're letting it cool off. And the beer is optional, of course. But I found that when I added the Blacktooth Saddle Bronc Brown Ale to it, it smelled so fucking good. And then I added everything else to it. You know, that's why I took a moment to like sniff it in between mixing it and making it. And this is the kind of munchy food I would definitely serve at a party. You know, like something that's it's super easy to make. Like, you know, if you're using the microwave. Microwave food is amazing because it's super easy to make and it's super cheap. You know, people want to look at you like you're a scumbag piece of shit for doing it. And it's like, joke's on you when your ass is super drunk and wasted. You're going to want to taste. So it's like, okay, you're drunk, you're stoned, you want something that's super easy to make. Well, I'll clink my beer to this because this recipe, like you saw, was super easy to make. I've already had this recipe before, so I know it's going to be tasty. But, I would highly recommend this, even if you're not going to a party and you just want something spicy with like a little bit of cheese and like salt and flavor and, you know, something that's just high in calories and delicious and easy to make. You don't gotta fucking be Chef Gordon Ramsay to make this. Like, you literally watched me make this live on video. So, like, you get this big-ass bowl of ramen noodles in an hour or less. You know, that's pretty cool. You got a recipe that literally takes less than an hour to make. And, like, if you want to let it cool off outside of that, then that's on you. Me, personally, I'm like, I already know it's going to be tasty because I've tried it before. You know what I'm saying? So... But if you like the food hacks, subscribe for more. Because I appreciate all the love and support that I get from my fans. And people seem to love the crazy food hacks that I do on YouTube. Whether it's taking the McRib from McDonald's and like custom making it into my own. Or like a basic food review with the Wendy's Baconator Pretzel Burger. People like those videos. The food videos, they keep people coming back. And I'm like, you know what? It's the weekend and I'm a little bit drunk and this shit that I just got done making, okay, this shit's super easy to make. And tasty as a motherfucker. So I'm gonna quit ranting and raving about how delicious this is, and I'm going to fucking squizzle on this beer. 1 second. That's how you celebrate the weekend, folks. A little bit of beer and some delicious ramen noodles. Now, if you're like super sensitive to spicy food, I would not recommend. But the buffalo sauce from Frank's Red Hot, it tastes just like a buffalo wing. You know, it's got the exact same taste and flavor profile and heat. So if you can't handle that, then don't add it. But people are like, hey, Cobra, when are you going to do another fucking food hack, you bastard? I'm like, I'm sorry. I run out of creative ideas for food hacks, and then when I come up with something new, like this buffalo chicken ramen noodles, I tried to record it for a fucking YouTube video, but the footage got lost, and I was like, son of a bitch. So I says to myself, I'm gonna recreate it for YouTube, make a video out of it, and let these bastards cool off, and I'm gonna sip on this beer, cause oh yeah, I've already had this combination before. And let me tell you, fucking delicious. At this point, you're probably either going, oh my god, this looks insanely gross, or you're going, hey, you know what? This is one of the tastiest looking dishes I've actually seen Cobra make. Like, I've seen King Cobra make some really nasty ass food combos, but this one looks decent. And the nice thing about this food hack is it's cheap and it's easy to make. And you know what? If you're not worried about the calories or the spiciness of it, you know what I'm saying? Let's have a smell of it. Yes, 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 yes. That smells like buffalo and cheddar cheese. And that's pretty much the recipe I recreated from the last time I made it. The only difference was I used more cheese and I microwaved it a little bit longer on the final microwave. You know, but outside of that, pretty much the same recipe. I'm not gonna lie, it smells fucking delicious. You can smell the buffalo, the chicken. You know, if you have like leftover chicken, boneless chicken in the fridge, and you're like, I don't want to just eat that, you know, throw it in with some ramen noodles, or like your own dish, you know, and just make it your own. And you can take leftovers and make something fucking dank. So cheers to all my 80,000 plus subscribers. I appreciate you all tuning in. And we're gonna have to end this video with a couple of bites of this delicious ramen noodles after I drink this beer, because, you know, that's how it goes. People are so concerned about me getting drunk on camera and doing my thing that nobody wants to talk to me. And it's like, you know, if you give me the benefit of the doubt, you realize that I'm not a bad person, to be honest. But I'm not going to get into it, you know. That is neither here nor there. I told my family, I says, I got a buffalo chicken ramen noodle recipe that I'm going to upload to YouTube, and it's so fucking good. I'm like, I'm telling you right now, I've already tried this buffalo chicken recipe with the ramen noodles. So I already know it's going to be fucking tasty. You know. But like, I'm letting it cool off and lumpify a little bit, so I can eat it easier. If it's piping hot, you're not gonna be able to eat it. You sit there and burn your mouth out. No, fuck that. Fuck that, YouTube. But look at this. You got some like ramen noodles. You know, you make some cute little food hack. And I'm telling you right now, with the bacon bits and the butter spread and everything, this is a very much a high-calorie snack. But if you just gotta say to yourself, who gives a fuck how many calories are in it? Because calories are not the enemy. It's what you do with those calories that determines your fates. Like, if all you do is stuff your face with like 10,000 calories and then sit on your ass, you know, of course you're gonna get fat. But like, you eat a bunch of calories and you have a little exercise and you at least keep active to a point, then, you know, and honestly, who cares if you're fat? If you could take anything away from this delicious video of food hack goodness, Here's King Cobra JFS drinking an Imperial Voodoo Ranger IPA and showing you cool cobras how to make some bomb-ass buffalo chicken ramen noodles. If there's anything you could take away from this video, it's who gives a shit about your weight, mates? You know what I'm saying? With it being wintertime, it gets a little bit colder outside. This is the perfect snack to keep you warm and keep you fed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the holidays, so if you gain a couple pounds during the holidays, who gives a shit? That's what I'm saying. Fucking A, YouTube. Let's have a squizzle of this. Drunk food hacks. And then my YouTube fans sent me some Domino's and some Taco Bell, and I really appreciate that. And I was promising this food hack for my YouTube channel. I kept telling people it's gonna happen. And they're like, yeah, sure, whatever. And they send me food regardless. And I appreciate that. So yeah, we're gonna have to have ourselves a bite of this ramen noodle food hack here in a second. I've already tried it, and it's delicious. Microwaving it for a couple extra minutes at certain parts isn't really gonna affect it. It's just making sure that cheese is nice and melted, you know. And if you think, if you like watching me make these food hacks, hit the like button, subscribe for more. And like the video if you think, you know what, Cobra, fucking A, you're a crazy bastard. Your food hacks are gross and weird. But this one looks decent. This one looks alright, you know. And you can't let the haters or life get to you. You just gotta stick to your passions. And one of my passions in life, YouTube, to be honest. 1 second. Scooch that to the... Okay. Is making food hacks like this. It's gonna make some noise when you like stir through it, kind of, but that's all right. People are watching me make these fucking food hacks on YouTube, and they're like, Cobra makes really weird food. And you know what? To be fair, yes, I do make some really weird food combos. But this is one of my more rational, normal food combos. You know, you like buffalo chicken. 1 second. Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. That first bite. Yep, that tastes just like the last time I made it. A little bit of heat, but it's not overpowering. It's spicy. Kind of fucks your taste buds up a little bit, but not half bad, YouTube. This pasta dish is getting the Cobra seal of approval. Like I said, I've already created this dish before, and it turned out so fucking delicious. I was like, man, I gotta recreate this for a YouTube food hack. So if my YouTube fans want to make it, they can. And honestly, this chicken ramen noodle that I made here is pretty fucking good. We're gonna grab one more chunky bite. Right now I'm not super hungry, but I wanted to create this dish, recreate it I should say, for my fans. You know, I've been bragging about it on my YouTube channel, like, oh, Cobra made this bomb-ass buffalo chicken ramen noodles. And a couple of people are probably going, oh, that sounds pretty good. How do you make that? And then, well, now I'm showing you. I showed you how I made it. And I am not complaining. Got a big old chunk of chicken right there with that ramen noodle. Oh shit, YouTube. Let's get a bite. Oh, you little fucker. Stab it with my fork. There, look at it. And it fell off. You little faggot. And no offense to gay people. When I say that, I'm 80% British, so of course I mean cigarette when I say that. I'm not trying to be, because people are going to take it and spin it how they want to spin it, you know. Okay, that's tasty. That is fucking tasty. That tastes just like the last time I made it. I'm not particularly hungry at the moment, but I wanted to recreate this pasta dish, this ramen noodle food hack for my YouTube, because people love my food hacks and the videos. So if you got like some boneless buffalo chicken from your local grocery store kind of thing, you can do some really awesome things with it. Oh yeah, and the heat on that is delightful. It's not over the top spicy, but it's spicy enough to dance on your taste buds. That's why I like the Buffalo Red Hot, like the Frank's Red Hot. Oh, hold on 1 second. Beep. Low battery mode. I gotta wrap this video up. But no, I like the Frank's Red Hot Buffalo sauce. It tastes like a buffalo wing when you bite into it. With anything that you sauce up, you know. And then you like adding the bacon ranch to these ramen noodles. It cooled it off to a point, but it didn't like completely cool off. There's still like a delicious little spicy kick to it. Overall, this is a really tasty recipe, and I wanted to share it with my YouTube fam, because people are like, buffalo chicken ramen noodles, how would you even make that, Cobra? And I'm like, well, stick around. Stick around. I'm gonna save this for later. Well, YouTube, if I was more hungry, I would definitely eat more of it. But I gotta say this. That's how you make the buffalo chicken ramen noodle food hack from the official King Cobra JFS. Grab me a napkin and wipe my lips. Oh, fuck me. You like spicy food? You like rich, flavorful, spicy food? That's definitely your go-to, man. Anyways, YouTube, you don't have to remake that ramen noodle food hack. Because I got the sweet meats and spicy heat sweats. Excuse me. When you sit there and eat delicious food that's laced with meats and spicy treats, it makes you sweat just a little bit, and you're like, oh, okay, let me just dab myself. YouTube, you gotta check out that. Okay, I'm serious. I crushed that 4-pack of Samuel Adams that I was reviewing earlier. My favorite definitely has to be the honey one for sure. But all 4 were delicious. And my YouTube fans are like, hey Cobra, keep kicking ass. You know. Got a little bit of that Southern style sweet tea lemonade mix left. I have to use that to cool off my taste buds. Hold up. The nice thing about buffalo sauce is that you can cool off your taste buds with relative ease. But anyways, YouTube, it's been a long-ass hour-long video, me just sitting here, you know, bullshit in the breeze, like, okay, you're drunk and you want to make some food. What now? You know, I basically came up with that recipe when I was really drunk and stoned. Even from the day before celebrating, like I said, Ozzy Osbourne's birthday. And I was still drunk and stoned from the night before. And then I made that top ramen recipe and I'm like, God damn. When I got done making it, I'm like, you know what, this is so good, I should do this for a food hack. So that's exactly what I just got done doing. I showed you how to make it. And if you like spicy, cheesy, flavorful things, I would highly recommend. And if you like the food hacks and the fast food reviews, hit the like, subscribe for more. And tell the haters to go fuck themselves. Because you might be from Wyoming if you like to put Frank's Red Hot Buffalo sauce on your food. Jeff Foxworthy's, you might be a redneck if... And I'm over here like, yeah, well, you might be from Wyoming if... Pretty much the same concept, you know, because Wyoming's a redneck cowboy state, so it makes the humor more relatable. But I tell you what, YouTube, that's good beer, that's good ramen noodles. I'm sorry it took over an hour for you to watch another fucking Cobra video. And, like, my countertop is not exactly the cleanest, but there you go.